Still feels weird.
That's what you got to do.
It's what you gotta do. It's the
It's
sign of the
like
times.
this is sort of like a Woodstock or a Bay, Bay of Pigs or like a thing that this generation is going to bitch about for the next 50 years. Shut up about the
Expression.
quarantine, Mom. God damn it.
Primarily critical.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Primarily Critical of Movies at an After Party. This would be it.
If you have not seen this film, we should suggest you do so before listening any further.
We got spoilers, trivia, opinions like crazy, and we can't wait to share them.
Good, bad, new, old, weird, or gross.
We pass judgment on them all.
Hooray! Whenever you see, whenever your movie has continuity problems, you can always use magic. My name is Steve. I'm here with
Christian.
And Butter.
Hi, guys. Dora
Fucking hate Zoom.
and the Dora and the Lost City of Gold. This was my pick. I picked this.
Did your kids watch it with you?
They were in the room.
Say
They were
yes
in the room.
anyways.
Yeah, you got to say yes because you made me watch a kids movie. There's no kids here. There better have been kids there.
When the movie started, and there was like computer-generated characters in a singing backpack, I immediately said out loud, "I'm sorry, Christian." I don't know if you heard that, but it immediately moved away from that, and I thought it was going to go in a somewhat realistic direction, and the talking backpack went away and all that.
I did appreciate when they went into the hallucinogenic mushroom forest.
Mushrooms, yeah.
And they turned into, and I did like that. And I was kind of like, it's only a minute long.
Yeah.
But when the head of the guy turned into cartoon, I was like, yeah, more of this. Why does a live action Dora movie have to exist? Like, what about a 15-minute cartoon that has like 11 1-minute pauses in it says, make me into a movie?
It was the legions of fans. Sadly, it was.
Therefore,
but that's the way that's the way they're going. Like, I'm worried about Mulan. I like Mulan in cartoon form, but am I going to like it in when they do it?
Yeah.
When Disney resurrects that, digs it up, beats it with a shovel, and puts it back in front of you.
Don't worry, it'll be my pick with my kids.
Oh. It was so weird. They really kind of flopped back and forth. They had a poo song.
Yes, they did.
They had a poo song.
And
wow.
They had a 2-minute like warning on the dangers of raves, and the music goes
yeah.
I still like Dora's eyes because they were still like big.
Oh yeah. Well, they found
like,
the right actress.
And I was like, "What? Wait, is it a cartoon?"
Oh. Yeah, and they had this other line. I wrote this one line down where one of the characters is like freaked out. This looks like a place where people die, and she says, "Every place is a place where people die."
Yeah, they went dark a couple of times.
Just a few times, but it was. I was so surprised and shocked when they did it. But in the same hand, and then this was not a joke. This was not an imagination. Swiper the fox was walking around with the bad guys. Made no sense at all.
Yeah, the bad guys didn't go like, why is one of our henchmen a fox? Nobody said anything, but and then Dora did. I was like, is she going to do it the thing where she looks at the screen and waits for you to answer?
Yeah. She did that once or twice.
Yeah,
she had to do that.
I think watching Who Killed Roger Rabbit prepared me for this movie a little.
Okay.
Because you had the cartoons and the whatever, and Swiper was still a cartoon, but whatever.
But at least that there was a plot. Like, it's Toontown. That and the puppet show, the puppet sex movie. What did I make you watch?
Puppet sex? Oh yes, yeah. A murder house, happy something.
Happy Fun Murders,
There you go.
something like that.
So
Yeah,
you gotta put a link there. So
yeah.
people can-
Happy Fun Murder Time. We reviewed it. It's great. But they acknowledge the fact that there's a puppet town and there's a human town, and
Right, the puppets. I watched that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
you were
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I was here.
Anyway, and then I called him the budget John Leguizamo. Like he's in everything. That actor.
Well, it's him, Sam Jackson, and I don't know, maybe John Malkovich. It's just in everything, you know.
Yeah, yeah. But I called him
Malkovich.
the low budget Leguizamo. And when Dora stared off into space and asked people to, we tell her where the map was, John Leguizamo had to look at her and go, "What are you doing?" Like he actually acknowledged her little episode.
Breaking
Yeah.
the fourth.
Yeah. Well, did she do that as a kid, or did she do that as a teenager?
I've kind of blocked it out. I don't remember.
Wasn't it at school? She did it. So that would be.
Oh
teen.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was at the school.
Let me check my notes. Greg, were your kids in the room for this?
Yeah, well, that's why we didn't hear Kristen complain because my kids cheered when it came on.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So they enjoyed it, and I don't know. Yeah, like I guess because I grew up, with these kids and them watching it, I could find things that I was, I was like, and then of course it was also right. Like you had your jokes for the parents and the jokes for the kids. Some of them, like you said, were pretty dark, But I guess my 5-year-old was like, yeah, that sounds normal.
Yeah.
I mean, my dog died recently, and he's like, man, the dog's dead. Just matter of factly, flat. I'm like, buddy, do you need to talk about this? He's like, no, dog's dead. It's good. Let's go. And I'm like, all right. Anyways,
Your kid's a psychopath. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I need to watch. You're gonna have to fix that in edit.
Oh, I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah,
They're
it's
fine.
fine.
They're fine. They're fine.
Says the dog. Coffee, fire.
Yeah.
Fine. Next.
Now, did they acknowledge magic at? Because it seemed like magic came out of the blue at the end of the movie when this entire city was somehow restored, and all the traps reset, and
And the
all.
old lady turned into that young priestess.
Yeah, it just seemed like now there's magic. It felt a
Yeah.
little bit jarring. I don't know.
It's no Blue's Clues.
I'm unfamiliar. Thank goodness.
I liked Steve.
Steve?
It's with the stripey. He's the main dude on Blue's Clues. They
Oh,
replaced
okay.
him with somebody else. He's shit. Steve was the best.
Oh boy.
Okay, all right. Please
it's like-
comment down below. I'm unfamiliar.
It's like Dumbledore versus the new Dumbledore, right? You're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not Steve. Get off my TV.
Yeah.
They should replace Caillou's voice with Vin Diesel.
I can't watch Caillou. Like,
No.
I wouldn't want to watch he seems so whiny
He's a whiny
in
bitch.
we might pay for that, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other ones I don't like are Max and Ruby, the little rabbits.
Oh.
Where are their parents? Where?
Yeah.
You
Where?
never see them.
Who died and put Ruby in charge?
In Ruby's defense, I have a 10-year-old daughter who is
Mhm.
Ruby.
Yeah, I'm familiar with 10-year-old girls when I was a 10-year-old boy.
They know everything.
They know
were
everything,
16.
and they know what to tell you.
Going
Yeah.
on 16, right? For new. But the magic thing at the end,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with it. It just kind of like a bunch of movies kind of do that. They don't tell you about it. It wraps it up. Things they get out. But I mean, like Dora does her whole reasoning thing and everything. Like she's not the one that's like, oh, it's magic. She uses her brain, deduces, goes around, does the slide or whatever. But then it just seems like a quick way to wrap it up. I agree. And you're kind of like,
Yeah.
what?
This
Now-
movie's an hour and 33 minutes long. It's gotta say it.
He's gotta stop.
Let's get
Magic.
stop.
Magic.
Now, I kind of felt like, okay, so Dora leaves the jungle, and then she goes to high school in California for a hot minute, and then she's kidnapped from the museum. I felt kind of like this was a side mission. Like her parents were on the real mission, and they had real bad guys, and Dora was kind of roped in, and there was a side mission paralleling the actual adventure, and we didn't get to see any of the good stuff. um, do you agree?
The plot there was pretty like the bad guys need to kidnap the daughter to help her find the parents, because the parents have the actual secret.
Yeah.
It's like if you can elaborately plan a mission to kidnap 6 high school students from a museum
And fly them to another country.
yeah, you can find 2 people in the jungle.
I've never been, so I don't know.
To the jungle.
Where did they poop in the box? Like, how long were they out for?
I don't know.
I don't know. How far is it from Los Angeles to,
Peru.
The moment
Peru.
they got out of the box, that's when they sang the poop song. wasn't
Right.
it?
No, it was like a day later.
They dug
Yeah,
a
it was
hole,
like a day later.
sang
Yeah.
the poop song.
Dig a hole, drop it in,
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
inches or more, pat, pat, pat.
And they surprised her. She didn't have a chance to clean up at all.
No, she had
No.
itchy ass the rest of the day.
I was like, wow, you got to no.
No, didn't she? They ended up going down the drain after that. So
Oh, right,
You
yeah,
know,
she watched,
Dubé.
yeah,
Dubé,
Yeah, she got
bidet style. Sorry,
bidet.
not
She got
Dubé.
bidet, yeah.
Dubé.
Oh. Shall we get into this trivia?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Dora anymore.
Weeks before the film's release, a pair of red boots were digitally applied to boots after it was found he wasn't wearing any boots.
Yeah, his name is Boots.
So apparently,
Who
apparently
like,
that was an afterthought. Oh my God, he's not wearing boots in the movie.
it's like when they had to CGI the cat's assholes out of cats.
What about the mustache on Henry Cavill? No, yeah, Henry Cavill, the Superman.
Oh, okay.
No?
It rings a bell. I remember reading a story about him and his mustache, but I don't
Well,
remember the details.
He had the
He did-
mustache for some other show, and then they couldn't shave it off, so they had to digitally remove it, which
No.
is different from the digitally applying. But yes, it sounds like the continuity guy needed to be canned.
Yeah. The person who researched the boots is a monkey who wear boots. Backpack is a backpack. Like they had fairly clear character instructions.
What's this guy's name? Boots.
Boots.
There's lots
Yeah.
of source material to draw from.
Yeah. It's relatively easy to find.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Who wants to read the next one?
I'll read it.
'Kay.
This film was made thanks largely to the response to the College Humor web miniseries of the same name, starring Ariel Winter.
Huh.
I didn't see that one. I guess I should have
yeah.
watched that before.
Well, you got to take these trivia with a grain of salt. But I'm definitely gonna take a look, see if it's there.
Isabel Mercedes, yes, who plays Dora, had earlier starred as Dora's friend Kate in Dora and Friends Into the City. Actually, that's true. I did look at that.
Really?
Yeah,
She's dabbled in Dora before.
but she wasn't Dora. She's an imposter.
Imposter. Well, Dora's for everybody, Greg.
I guess.
Dora.
Well, she sounded like Dora. She was an acceptable Dora.
She was. She was.
Yes. Yes, she was.
Dora the
Eyeballs.
Dora the Explorer in past programming has been portrayed as a 7 to 10-year-old girl. The girl who plays her in the movie, Isabella Marced.
Merced.
I'm so sorry.
Merced. It's okay.
Please.
It's like Mercedes without the A's.
A's.
Merced. Just stop there.
Turned 18 in July 10th, 2019. I'm sure that's just a comfort of filming. just we get an 18-year-old, and then we don't have to worry about anything else. Like,
Yeah, we don't have to have all the child actor rules.
yeah. And I think she did just fine. She was delightful. She was delightful. Didn't you find her delightful? No? All right. So, is that Dora and the Lost City of Gold, gentlemen?
I think so.
See.
You need to insert the musical when it finishes here.
Yeah.
We'll have a little band playing.
Yeah, just have them come on.
Did you notice that, Christian? At the end of the credits, they had 3 little creatures playing instruments.
Yep.
Did.
That's a nod.
That's how the show ends. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for going down the Dora rabbit hole with me.
Never pick the Teletubbies movie.
Well, I didn't know there was one.
But now,
Never find out. There will be. Don't pick it.
Okay. All right. I think I can do that.
Big
I can
Dinosaur.
promise that, but
the big purple dinosaur.
No.
I love you.
Nope.
let's see. I have
What's next week?
next week, Monday at noon, we're covering Noises Off. Christian, this was your pick.
You picked a terrible movie, and I picked a movie about the theater. And when I watched it, I was like, man, this is hard to follow.
Why'd you pick it without any spoilers?
Do you remember when we were all locked at home and people were passing Facebook challenges around? Somebody told me that this was their absolute favorite movie, and I was like, okay.
Well,
It's got John Ritter. It's got like a 15 actors that you remember. The guy, Indiana Jones's buddy.
Indiana Jones.
You mean Dr. Jones's buddy?
Dr. Jones, yeah. And Christopher Reeve. And is it Lily Tomlin? Yeah. Anyway, it's got a bunch of actors you remember.
Carol Burnett.
Carol Burnett.
Yeah, that's the one. Sorry. Anyway, so I made you guys watch it, and you made me watch Dora. I can't remember who fired the first shot.
It doesn't have to be a war.
It is, though.
It became a war. It didn't have to become a war, but it became a war. I can't wait to talk about it. Be sure to check out primarily.critical.com and follow us into our Zoom excursion. All our episodes started up again in August, and have a great day.